man, the king, the god of this shit, Nick fucking Gage. You know how I start this off. Shout out to all my MDK gang members around the world. And I want to let everybody know, Blvd Bullies vs. the World is a podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live on YouTube with my motherfucking boy, Larry the Legend. And what the Blvd Bullies are doing, they're trying to ignite a revolution within the fans to unite and make the crowds electric again. So check out the Blvd Bullies vs. the World, 7 p.m. live Tuesdays with Larry the fucking Legend. MDK all fucking day.
Oh, it's the man, the king, the god of the shit, Nick fucking Cage. You know, I start this off. Shout out to all my MDK gang members. And I want to let everybody know Blvd Bullies vs. the World is a podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live on YouTube with my motherfucking boy, Larry the Legend. And what the Blvd Bullies are doing, they're trying to ignite a revolution within the fans to unite and make the crowds electric again. So check out Blvd Bullies vs. the World, 7 p.m. live Tuesdays with Larry the fucking Legend, MDK all fucking day.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the longest running episodic podcast that even matters, especially on the Blvd Bullies YouTube channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, give us money. I'm your host, PK, with the greatest show in the entire YouTube space, Blvd Bullies versus the World. And I am joined by my co-host, a man who is a CZW Hall of Famer, a man who has won a Price is Right. I bit my tongue. Price is Right Showcase Showdown. A former boat owner. A man who is broadcasting to us live from an iPhone 4S in the middle of a home in Antarctica. You wish? You look like you're in Minecraft. Yeah.
No fucks given.
It's the voice. It's the voice we care about. Legendary voice, CCW Hall of Famer, my wrestling father, Larry Legend. What's in the cup? What's in the cup?
Can you not see me? Can you not see me?
Oh, I can see you. You're just extremely pixelated. We want to see the smooth skin and your Booker T haircut.
All right, let me fix it.
No, don't fix it. I feel like fixing it's going to make it worse. I feel like it's going to make it worse. Hey, we got Jimmy Controversy on the show today. We have Jimmy Controversy, the Rave King, the man who is taking deathmatch wrestling into raves, and he's bringing Larry the fucking Legend along with him. A man who I've met one time. A man who Larry knows very well, and I'm sure all the viewers at home. Jimmy Controversy on the show tonight. We will also be joined by the job for a rhinestone cowboy, Icarus himself. So we're going to get back later in the show. We will be getting back to a frantic and wild 4 talking heads at the same time, all extremely stupid. Well, I don't think Icarus is that stupid. But hey, how you doing? Cheers. So, I went on a bender. Friday, we edited this fucking movie video for like 15 hours, yeah. 12 hours, 10 hours, somewhere between 10 and 15 hours. It's very good. And usually it takes me a long time to think that something is good that we do, but I am in it. And I fucking love it. However, oh, Larry. Yeah, that is so much better, Larry.
Bro, I know.
You fixed it.
I know what I'm doing.
Wow, I can't believe how much better you look.
I know what I'm doing, Pat. I used to work for Apple, and that's why I said I only wish I had an iPhone 4S. I only wish I was in an iPhone 4S doing this shit, but I'm on a 13 Pro. I'm on the 13 Pro.
Well, whatever you did, Larry, you used your Apple knowledge to completely fix and overhaul the camera. And now look at you. Now look at you. Yo, it was a big weekend of wrestling. Deathmatch, I'm sure. Somebody could maybe fill me in on that. But, yo, AEW Revolutionis. And then Monday Night Raw at the Garden.
Hey.
If
I was still a New Yorker, okay, I would have been right there in the Peter Rosenberg section.
Yo, I thought it was next Mondays.
You know, you got to keep up with the times, Pat. Got to keep up with the times.
So, did you watch either of these massive, top of the wrestling food chain, seismic implications on both shows of just, what the wrestling business is and what it's becoming? Did you watch any moment of either of these huge things?
The only thing that I saw in full, I swear to y'all, the only thing I saw in full was the Hurt Business versus Truth Magnum and the 80s guys who were the Truth Magnum and
Power
Turbo,
Slap
Turbo.
or whatever that.
Truth Magnum and Turbo right at it. I'm sorry.
So
you're lovely guys. I loved you. Yeah, I love both of you. You came through to MCW and treated me with all types of respect, and I wasn't even announcing. I was just there. So I love both of those guys, and I saw them versus Bobby Lashley and Shelton. That is all I saw in its entirety. I saw a little bit of Mariah May versus Toni Storm. I saw a little bit of Takeshita versus Omega.
Yeah.
I saw the end of that, and I saw a little bit of Takeshita versus Omega. But other than that, I really didn't see a lot because I'm dealing with a lot of shit right now, so I couldn't.
You're very, very, very busy.
Yeah.
Are you going to be at the Red Line Tiger show, the 7 Red Lines show that's happening?
White lines.
Well, I mean, they changed they changed the powder to red. They changed the lines to red.
Well, Chicago is known for an elevated train.
Red Line Fever.
You know all about those elevated trains, Pat.
Where is the show? 322. Red Line Fever.
Chicago.
Is it
Chicago. Bruins. The Bruins. Eagles Hall, where I just was for the Death Wish Cup. I'm going back.
Oh, by the way, Death Wish Cup out now on your local, I guess, IWTV. IWTube. Apparently, rave reviews. 10 out of 10. Larry makes it an 11. I'm seeing all over the place. People are watching it now. They're saying, yo, this is one of the best tournaments in recent memory, sponsored by the Blvd Bullies, who did next to nothing. We really did next to nothing. I guess you could make a case.
Hello?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not including you. I'm talking about like me and Brian.
I'm a bully.
I know, but I'm just saying you're also a star. But I guess if anything, we bridged the gap and helped and like, the fact that we were believing in it helped you to say yes to the booking. But I'm sure regardless you would have taken money to go do it anyway.
Well, Pat, as I mentioned, I forgot that I was doing the Death Wish Cup on 3-1, and I agreed to do the whoop whoop with Jimmy Controversy on February 28th.
You are so lame, because I appreciate you asking me 2 days before if there was an emergency, if I could cover you for the DWC. And I said, Larry, that's...
I mean, we sponsored it.
Right, because we sponsored it, so, basically it's free bird rules. I could slip in there if you have an emergency.
You know what to do.
I know what to do. And basically, my whole entire ring announcing career has just been trying to do your voice and rhythm. So,
You're doing it well.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have been a pale. It would have been. They might have set the chairs
it would have
on
been
fire.
legendary.
But I'm going to air you out here publicly that you said, well, maybe Sean. I said, who's Sean? Who is Sean? What? What? I said, Larry, my brain didn't even recognize the name you just mentioned to me as an option to do that. What's your problem, dude?
Listen, I don't have a problem. What you need to realize, and what everybody in the industry needs to realize, is that all these bitches is my sons. Every last motherfucking bitch is mine. So, I don't care if it's MLJ, fucking Jason Lennox, David Adams. I don't care. PK of the Bullies. I don't care, dude. All of y'all know my swag. All of y'all know how to do the deal. All of y'all know to drink in between the announcements and smoke. That's what makes it. That's what makes it.
Every single one of us takes way too many cigarette breaks. Yeah.
I mean, we don't give a fuck. That's what gives us the gravitas. Okay? So all you motherfuckers can do it. Sean's my kid too, even though, it ended up the way it did. So I was just scrambling, and I was like, I don't think I can do it.
Oh, God.
But I did.
Well, and apparently you knocked it out of the park, because people are raving about it. And people are also raving about Little Sicko at WLW.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I met him down at Connacht Cup. I met him down at the Connacht Cup 13. My first Connacht Cup.
Oh, you mean Carnage?
That's where I met Lil Sicko.
Carnage.
Indeed. Down in I don't know, McKenzie, Tennessee. McKenzie.
Very, very funny that we were talking about, obviously, IWA, Deep South is his origin story.
Mid-South, Deep South.
But as
South.
he comes into the, deathmatch community's lexicon more consistently, I feel like, I mentioned this last week, I feel like a promotion could claim him. And be like, oh, we're going to book him. And this is like the problem. This is what kind of makes me sick and uninterested, Larry, is that we said that idea out loud, but it wasn't like our idea. It was just the next step after his Death Wish Cup performance, after his XPW performance, after his Carnage Cup performance. It's like, oh, I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts getting booked regularly on, NHB or, 7 or Ruthless Pro, maybe like the next half step up to consistency. And what happened, Larry? Every single one of those promotions booked him. So, yeah, good for him.
Breaking right now. He's in the next Nick Gage thing. Breaking
news.
You're welcome, Brett. You're welcome. He's in the next Nick Gage thing. Thanks to La. Announcing him at the Carnage Cup. La. Announcing him at XPW. La. Announcing him at the Death Wish Cup. Book him. Because Brandon Kirk ain't going to be there.
And hey, very, very happy for Lil Sicko to start getting more consistent bookings, getting out there. Now it's an opportunity to get new fans, and he's doing great. That's great. But it just sucks that, I don't know. If you're a fan, you can only go to the death matches near you in your area. So if you really love and want to see Little Sicko, I guess you just go for Little Sicko. You don't go for like the letters. But it just, as a person who, it just means that all these letters are not special. 7, Ruthless, Who We Love, IHB. Everything's a collab show. Loco, fucking, all these things. Everything's a collab. So why don't we all unionize? Why don't we all unite all these different companies? Because they basically are. There's all these collabs. The same wrestler, once he gets popular on the internet, goes to all these different promotions anyway. I guess that's why you just like death match. The letters are death match. And the letters beneath that really don't matter. If you're a death match fan, you go to all of them.
I dare say the vibe is backyard. The vibe is backyard. It's DIY.
Yeah, it's a death match.
We're gonna do it in the fucking parking lot of a bar, of a biker bar. We're gonna do it in a barn in Iowa. We're gonna do it in a barn in New Jersey. We're gonna do it in a bar in Brooklyn.
Well, anyway, X Brand, Crimson Crown. The list goes on.
Hey, shout out Deathmatch Wrestler of the Year, as nominated by the fans on Jobber Radio. Schlock.
What?
Schlock.
Oh, number 1.
Numero uno. Schlock.
Friend of the program. 4th bully in some eyes.
And shout out, happy belated birthday to Matt Tremont.
And happy 39th birthday to Amber Blackhall. By the way, Saturday you turn 39, get ready for a year of hell. Because 40 is imminent. And 39, just a countdown to that pain. It's like 39 might as well be 40 also. Really bad stuff. Good luck. El Schlacko, yo, did you see this? El Schlacko was announced against Hoodfoot at this one collab show. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. It's 7 and something. Damn, I thought I screenshotted it. I didn't. Forget it. But anyway, it's El Schlacko versus Hoodfoot El Negro. Hoodfoot will don a mask and compete against El Schlacko. See this?
Yeah. Pat.
It's 7 and Loco.
Pat.
You gonna be there?
I got a seat at the table.
Oh, so
you don't understand this, bro. You don't understand this. But motherfuckers run shit by my motherfucking ass before they even announce it. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying, Pat. Motherfuckers hit me up to be like, yo, do you think this is good? I'm like, I love it. I love it.
That happens with me too, Larry.
I know.
Hey, what do you think about this? So what do you got coming up schedule wise?
Nothing. 322. White lines in Chicago.
Red lines.
White lines. A month removed from CZW. What was it? CZW 26 or some shit. A month removed from that. I got 7. And then I got 7 again in New Jersey on the 29th. I got 2 7s.
All right, those are my questions for you.
Yeah. What is it?
No, that was my question for you. If you were going to be doing both of those 7s that I was thinking.
I do all 7. I do all CZ Dub. I do all A Matter of Pride. I am always at MCW when I can be. I'm at FWA. I fucking pop at House of Glory. I do Muay Thai in Killer Queens. I do it all.
Yo.
I tried to be at the NYWC Psycho Circus. Tried to be there.
You know what's so crazy, dude? They did Raw at the Garden last night, and they're doing NXT in the Garden Theater.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I've done the theater. I've done the theater like 7 times.
You brought me to
7
the theater
times.
with you. You brought me and Bald Steve to the theater. You remember that? It was for a K1 kickboxing event.
It was the night that I announced Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns. It was that night. Yeah. And Steve filmed me doing the bumpers, the WWE Holiday Hell Tour that former bully Sean was at. I know he was there, the holiday tour, and I did the whole Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles.
Tickets are now available for the next live show at Madison Square Garden. WWE Live comes to Madison Square Garden featuring AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Bro, the producer was like trying to tell me how to say the names. He was like, "Do you want to look at these names so you can make it?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm good. I'm like, you don't gotta tell me shit. Fucking, I'm good."
Yeah.
But I mispronounced Lehigh. I said, Lehigh, you know, that university, Lehigh. I know you know it. You're into the sports. I mispronounced that because I don't know shit about sports.
What'd you call it?
Look, I was like, I don't know. That was not Lehigh.
Wow. Again, you brought me and Steve in through the same security that probably all the wrestlers have gone through.
Donald Trump, Melania.
There's one VIP.
And I don't even remember that. Until you reminded me of that on one of these previous episodes, I totally forgot about Glory. It was Glory Kickboxing. That's what y'all came for, Glory Kickboxing.
And at the time, I was dating a girl who worked right across the street at Hooters, Madison Square Garden. We had just broken up. And who decided to ring girl? Who was there randomly to ring girl? What a disaster. Sent me into a tailspin.
She was in those sneakers. You know, the Hooters girls, when they walk around the ring, they're in the sneakers and the what are they called? Bobby socks?
The tube socks.
Called? Yeah, they're but the bunched up ones, like Flashdance, like I'm ready to fuck. You know what I'm talking about, Pat? Like the I'm ready to fuck socks with the bunch up around the ankle and the calf, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm ready to fuck you. Yes, bro. Yes.
Yeah. I hate that. That's one of the worst and best things that ever happened between the three of us.
Listen, I'm back in New York City on April 19th. I don't know where. I think it's at the LaGuardia Center for Performing Arts in Queens, Long Island City. And I'm bringing my godson that I would be taking to school.
That's right. And then after that, you're going to come to that party with me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And after that,
I'll bring my godson.
You and your godson have to come to that party with me.
Yeah, I'll be there. I won't let you down.
Cheers. Hey, dude, I don't know if I'm just the oldest, lamest, most stoned dude on earth, but last night I was watching CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in a steel cage match in the Garden, and I was like, yo, I think I gotta buy WWE stock.
Been there. Dude, sorry. I love you. You're my kid, so I know you're having that thought. Bro, I done done that shit. I done done that shit before it was TKO. But bro.
Oh, so you're rich.
I mean, I'm getting there. I just got the notification on Cash App that TKO is up. All the way up after Monday night.
Oh,
and I'm
so
like, damn.
yeah.
Damned if I'm not glad I didn't fucking bought a little chunk when it was good. But, bro, I didn't watch because, again, a lot going on. But damned if I didn't listen to Meltzer and Alvarez this morning. Because, Meltzer and Alvarez, they're right on it. I love Corny.
Yeah, you got to wait a few days for Corny. You got to wait a few days. Yeah.
Corny before Corny gets it. Meltzer and Alvarez are like the next morning, bro. Morning. We're talking about this
Jim
shit,
Cornette has a life. He's got a life.
I mean, he's old.
He's old.
Yeah. So Alvarez and Meltzer filled me in on it. Oh my God, it sounded glory. It sounded like glory.
Dude, and all night they were showing the famous cage matches that took place in Madison Square Garden.
Owen and Brett.
No, they did. They definitely showed like Snuka. They showed some like Bruno Sammartino shit. Like they showed the old black and white Madison Square Garden shit. They were like, yo, for the last 100 years, there's been cage matches in MSG, and tonight you're gonna get one. And it was just, I was so immersed. And everything about their presentation is so dope. Except I also had like a crash out. Cody Rhodes came out and started, yelling about John Cena and all this shit. And I just had this weird like moment where I'm like, fuck. Like Trump won. Trump rules America because Cody Rhodes is Trump.
Do you know
and like they had Andrew Schultz there, and they had fucking Logan Paul there, and and all these like Joe Rogan, Elon Musk fucks are just they won, dude. They won. Cody Rhodes might be the most over fucking good guy that's ever fucking existed, dude. I was watching his entrance the other night. I'm like, yo, he's bigger than Hulk Hogan, and he's the Antichrist. He got the slap. He's wearing the wounds of the slap.
I mean, I saw it. I saw it with my own two eyes. I saw it.
The way he's like defiant. I don't know. There was just this moment. But he might be the greatest babyface of all time, though, at this point. Like, they're in the greatest era. They're in the golden era right now. These fucking Netflix shows with these drone shots, dude. And, like, Michael Cole has all of a sudden morphed into, like, the greatest commentator that's ever fucking lived, dude.
Let's just see what Vince has in store for everybody. Let's just see that, okay?
Wait, I want to see XFL, dude. Let's go. Throw another hat in the ring, dude.
Do you think that when Vince does this thing that Trump will, like, start, like, leaning on, like, oh, let's sanction WWE, we don't fuck with them? Or do you think that since Linda is like adjacent to WWE, that he'll be like, well, I'm against Vince, then this is the time for me and Vince to have our little battle? Do you think that that's what it's going to be?
Well, I don't trust Linda McMahon at all. If she like realigned with Vince at any point.
I've met three McMahons: Shane, Linda, and Steph. You know who I'm working my way up to, but I've met Shane, Linda, and
describe
Steph.
the energies. Describe the energies, because even if it's a passing, you can still feel the vibrations. So which one is which one is in the dark side, dude?
I went to shake Shane's hand and he wouldn't touch me. He gave me a fist bump. And it really, listen, I was like, yo, it really I felt some kind of way. And they were like, bro, Shane McMahon has a lot of shit to run. He can't be touching niggas on the street. You understand? They were like, Shane McMahon could not just be touching motherfuckers on the street. You're lucky that
Well,
he
he gave you
even
bones.
acknowledged you. Huh?
He gave you bones.
He did. And I took him. Linda, I met at WWE New York, WWF New York. She was just doing the walk. The WWF New York. I don't know if you ever been. I know Sean. I know ringside Sean had, but whenever they had a guest there, they would kind of do like a walk and like go table touch. Big Show, McMahon, Big Boss Man, Rikishi. They would do a walk.
So did she give you the energy that she might have been a reptile in human skin?
Indeed. That's why we asked for a photograph. We wanted a photograph
just to see if there was like a shadow behind her. Like you're in the dark room and you're developing the photo. You're like, what's this?
There definitely was an aura. There was definitely an aura of like, oh my God, if we stay around this bitch, she'll suck us dry.
What about Stephanie?
But we photoed with Linda. Now Steph, that's the best one of all. I was backstage at Raw.
Brett Lauderdale's friend.
And a good friend, Brett. I was backstage at Raw. And like I was coming out of the little extra bathroom to piss. The little bathroom before the extras to piss.
It's just a hole in the. It's just a hole in the ground.
Closet
with a bucket.
Closet. Yeah, fucking trough.
Yeah, there's a trough in a closet somewhere. Okay, got it. I just want to.
Bro, I come out of that. I come out of that bathroom and I go to leave it. The little vestibule, because there's a little vestibule to leave to the bathroom. I go to leave the little vestibule to leave to the bathroom. She's coming around the corner. I don't even know this, but Glenn Jacobs, Kane, is standing at the end of the hallway of where I went to piss.
He was going to go poop in the bucket because he would never poop in the wrestler's toilet. He's like, let's just leave this for the extras.
He was standing there. Steph comes around the corner and she goes, Glenn, I didn't know you were gonna. And then she looks directly into my eyes and she says, be here.
No, stop it. It's so weird.
She came around the corner in corporate Kane gear. He wasn't like in the red shit. He was in like Glenn Jacobs, Knoxville Mayor, Tennessee gear. She comes around the corner and she goes, Glenn, I didn't know you were gonna. And she looks directly at me and she goes, be here. And I shit myself.
So what do you think she meant? Do you think she meant get the fuck out of here? Why are you in this hallway? You think she was implying that to you?
I think that she was sucking my essence through my eyes, the windows to the soul. And I think she was thinking, he wants to be here. So let me look at him directly and say the two words, be here.
What a babe.
I love her. I love her. I told you the story about how when she was undergrad, she used to drive into Manhattan and go to like swanky clubs and like just lure a guy into her limo with her girlfriend.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, allegedly. I don't know. And just like drive them up to Connecticut on their way back to Boston and then dump them on the side of the road like, you pig, you motherfucker. Of course, they were like sucking and fucking them the whole fucking way up, bro. Like,
that kind of thing never happens to me, Larry.
Yeah, you and me are like, I can't believe this, And then it's like, get here, you motherfucking bitches. And he'd be like, bye.
So what about Toni Storm versus Mariah May Taipei death match? Seen this?
I saw the images. I told you. I saw a little bit of that. I saw the majority of Takeshita versus Omega, and I saw like all of the Hurt Business versus Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. I saw all of that. But other than that, I didn't see Ricky and Shane. I didn't see did Jericho do anything? Or whatever
Yo,
Jericho
I gotta
did?
tell you what our boy Prince Nana did, dude. So
Tell him.
he comes out, and I don't know. He's just so funny these days. He's not very imposing. He's just like a kind of a squishy, fun guy. But I guess he's getting like sick of Swerve. He's like, Swerve, listen, you assaulted Hangman's baby just because. I need you to get to that place again to get my fucking robe back. And by the way, Larry, I was thinking about this while I'm watching this. I have worn that robe. I have worn that robe, Larry.
No.
I have.
No, you haven't.
have
No,
worn
you
it.
haven't.
I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Yes.
Is it heavy? Is it heavy?
It's just a robe that I had on for a second. I didn't put my arms through. I just had it over my shoulders. Because for a very long time in Outlaw Wrestling, my gimmick was, not my gimmick, but like just the thing that I would like to do as a crazy person.
Your gimmick
is that because there's nobody to take the dressings away. Ring announcer takes the dressings away. So, if there was a hat, I'd put on the hat.
Shame on you, Bull. Shame on you.
I would just put on the hat as I was walking on the back. If I have a handful of stuff, there was a hat, I'd put on the hat. There was a jacket, maybe I'd put on the jacket, put it over my shoulders. Megan Bain's headset, I have put on my head. And I have had the jacket.
Shame on you, Bull. Shame on you. Shame on Bull James.
Why? How dare you? He didn't know. I was operating independently, in secret.
Nope. Shame on him.
I'm going to tell you something else. At one point, Sandman, was it Sandman or Tommy Dreamer, came out, and he left a 24-ounce Budweiser can in the middle of the ring for Tracy Smothers. He goes, "This one's for you, Tracy," And I got back in the ring to announce the next match, and I took it and I opened it. I started drinking.
You drank it. You drank it.
Yeah.
So,
it
bro,
was like intermission.
I think Tracy would have gotten a big kick out of the fact that you did that. I think Tracy Smothers would have gotten a huge fucking laugh out of the fact that then the ring announcer came out and fucking drank the beer.
That was the only logical ending to the story, Larry. It was the only logical solution.
I've drank the Sandman's beers that he left around. I've definitely drank those.
I'm changing
favorite part of the show. Do we
here.
even do this anymore? Favorite part of the show. Do we even?
Oh, you want to do the favorite part of the show? I was just going to tell you that I am moving around the office. So right now I'm actually sitting on a chair that Balls Mahoney used to hit somebody in the head with. And he actually signed it kerplunk right here on the bottom. It's got somebody's head dent in it. But like my other chair is like over there. So I'm just sitting on this Balls Mahoney chair, dude.
Can I ask you, have you ever been with Balls Mahoney from like getting the shit to like falling asleep to like getting back up for the match to like going up to
never.
the match?
I never knew him like that.
Okay.
The only interaction I had with him was like long before Blvd Bullies.
Okay.
And
yeah,
I took the chair.
Okay.
Because the chair was like
I just was asking. Okay.
So I took the chair.
Because I have been around.
Slid it under the guardrail, and then I had him sign it, and he wrote like kerplunk or something on it.
Yeah. He was a god in the vein of John Goodman, John Madden, Chris Farley, in the name of
Belushi.
the fucking big bro, in the name of the big fucking bullshit, you know what I mean when I say that word, the bullshit motherfuckers. In the name of them, that man was a fucking god. He was a god. And he praised Satan.
Roland says, tuning in to see what shirt Rhinestone Cowboy be rocking this week. Rhinestone Cowboy.
What about my Rucking Fountain shirt? It's 311. Look at my Rucking Fountain shirt. It's 311. I wore it with intent and purpose.
What shirt is that? Talk to me about
This
it.
is Friday the 13th, part 2. Sackhead Jason, one eye exposed.
That looks awesome.
Sackhead from Rucking Fountain. Okay, from Rucking Fountain.
I saw there was a photo that was recently posted of you where you were having the you wore the Exorcist long sleeve, which looks dope as well.
You know, I've only worn that one time, and it was for Schlack. Okay? It was for Schlack. The Philly. You were there.
Yeah,
You were
on
there.
site. I was on site.
Yeah. All of us were there. It was the only thing I did the entire Mania. I said, let me get this Philly bag. Bye. Have a good time. Go to Suplex. Fucking jerk. I don't give a fuck. Bye. And I left. I went there 4-4. I fucked that shit up and I left. And that was my show of the nothing else withstanding. That was my show of the year. That was my show of the fucking year. And I wore the Linda Blair, the legendary Linda Blair. And I broke that shit out for the Death Wish Cup because both of those things were all about death.
That's amazing. Great shirt, great times. Brew Unstoppable, longtime member, great man who wrote our excellent fan fiction the other week, says, got a chance to check out the Death Wish Cup. Larry, as always, bringing the energy in the show and the show from a 10 to an 11. That's what I mentioned before. Kind of liking how Berwyn Eagle Hall is slowly becoming the venue to put on high-quality deathmatch shows. It has taken the place of the Carousel Room at the Showboat. Agree or disagree, Larry?
Wow.
That's a bold statement.
Wow, that is an interesting take.
The
That is
zebra
a
striped
fucking
gum.
interesting take right there, yo. I mean, the Carousel Room is like kind of legendary for its backdrop of deathmatch clips, whether it be Zack Ryder or Nikki coming out, or even the rare appearance by the Chains. You know, No Holds Barred was once in the Carousel Room. It's kind of legendary for just like an era, maybe the COVID-19 era, as like the mecca of Rina Yamashita, of John Wayne Murdoch, of Sadi Khan. Okay? So, I don't know. I guess in a lot of ways, the Berwyns, with their colorful lights back there, you know, the wall is like green, red, blue, yellow, green, red.
Well, let me pose this
What am I
question.
looking at?
In the vacuum of the zebra striped gum design and colors ceiling of the Carousel Room, there was like a vacuum. And why did the H2O Center not make somebody think that? And now all of a sudden this place, you know, this fucking VF Dub is making people think that. Why didn't the H2O Center grab those reins?
Well, I guess because the H2O Center is a whore.
It's a who?
Anybody can fuck that whore. VXS, you know, whoever. Anybody come through can fuck her. But, I want to tell you this much. The Danny Havoc banner.
Holland Halls.
Okay?
Sacred ground.
Listen. The Danny Havoc banner. The fucking, you know.
Other banner.
Bro, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
All those banners.
Amy, what's her name? Amy, not Amy Rose. You know, she's a hardcore broad. She's a legend.
Morgor.
No. Anyway, there were a lot of banners
John
up
Richter
there.
started a new job. Can't watch live, but always comments still. Ever since I saw Little Sicko at XPW in Newark, which, by the way, I commentated, Larry, with Necro Butcher, I was hyped AF. Same with Bryant Woods. I'm really looking forward to seeing Sicko's career moving up. Larry,
Sucks. I have no booze, no more booze. It sucks. But go ahead. Yeah, Johnny. Lil Sicko's money. Guys,
it's coming up. I mean,
Guys.
it's happening. It's happening right now.
Guys,
He's everywhere
listen
right
to
now.
me. Listen to me. The last guy I would say to be a guy is a tie between Atticus Cogar and Bobby Beverly. I would say that Atticus Cogar and Bobby Beverly are the last new kind of like. Listen, I would say they're the last new like, or the newest fresh blood to like be like, I'm a thing. Sickos coming up.
Lucha Libre says you forgot that Lil Sicko won the Carnage Cup in 2024. And after it was talked about here, Demanto booked Sicko versus Redacted. Coincidence? Yeah, that's the match coming up. Sicko versus Redacted.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Well, listen, I don't think it's a coincidence.
Fighting
you know
with
what? No,
that kid
let
for
me take that back.
Sparred? I don't believe it. I don't believe what I just heard.
I believe that it is a coincidence. You know, despite having
Where's this happening?
I don't know, somewhere.
You let in the chat. Where is it happening? Sicko? I haven't seen a graphic. Everything comes past my desk.
Yeah, I didn't screenshot it. I should have.
You say in the chat, tell me where. I want to know where.
Who's doing it?
Tell me.
But yeah, I think it is a coincidence. I think Danny Demanto, even though he has spiky hair and he used to have spiky hair and a tongue ring, and even though he's been the most absolutely tone deaf person, he has captured
your eyebrow ring.
He's captured. He's in the essence. He's faked it until he's maked it, and now all the things he said, he is doing. So yeah,
he's my fucking son too.
I have no doubts that Danny Demanto was scrolling through all the fucking bullshit and said, I should book Little Sicko for my show before anybody else does. And him and like two other people thought that. Now
I cannot believe what you just told me. What show? Can you check the chat? I want to know what
in Chicago. In Chicago.
When?
All right. In the meantime, Matt says, Pat, we were lucky to have gone to the bunch of shows pre-COVID when the H Show Center was the spot to be. I feel like that over the past couple of years, instead of bringing talent to the arena, now these shows are predominantly graduated students with a rare appearance of outside talent.
Good comment. Thank you. Who's that?
That's our boy Matt. Axel Nose says,
thank you,
I
Matt.
got to meet.
Sorry, I was listening.
Ready for this? And by the way, I haven't pre-screened these either. I don't know where this is going.
Do them live.
We're doing it live. Axel Nose says, I got to meet the great Ron Nemi in person last weekend. Now I see why everyone loves him so much, and he's the man. And Drew Gulak was also a super nice guy. I was at the RSP Birthday Bosh. One hell of a show. It didn't get enough love for what it was. And Schlack coming out to celebration and dancing was absolutely the highlight. It was my first time seeing Nick Gage in person. That man has an aura that cannot be explained. And the ICW show was a barn burner too. But I learned I'm not cut out to make weapons because my thumbtack gusset plate board I spent 3 hours gluing together was blown away by the wind.
Pat.
Yep.
Keep reading the comments.
Horror, pain, gore, death. Follow them on all platforms. Got my ticket to the Battleground show in May. Schlack versus Shane Mercer is epic. Bringing the blood back to the arena. See you there, Larry.
I'll be there.
And ZMZ Zoe says, my fantasy booking is having the second gear crew, Justice and Manders and Mance, come in as the Heaters in a heel Southern group led by FTR.
I like that. I like fantasy booking. That's what got me into being Larry Legend, is fantasy booking.
So, quick housekeeping. Give me a little bit of time. Giveaways are going to come back. Within the week, we're going to have new merch.
I got to give Urka I got to give Mother Urk her shirt.
I still have to send some stuff.
Tomorrow.
You have to still
Mother
send some
Urk,
stuff.
your shirt is going out tomorrow. The last juicy hot dog prototype that I just wanted to see what they look like, going to Mother Urk tomorrow. Because they won.
We're going to send our stuff. This month, everyone is getting their stuff. And we're going to have new merch. I have new merchandise in the works right now. So by this time next week, we're going to announce new merch. And maybe that'll be part of like the giveaways. We'll figure something out where new merch or like merchandise gift cards.
Ooh.
You know, like money off.
I'm a gift card whore.
Free shit.
I'm a gift card whore.
But you got to wear the shit to the shit. Oh, my God. I bit my tongue before. It's like swollen. I got like marble.
It's okay. Now. You're a serpent.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Wait,
so,
here we go.
Working on the movie show. New merch. And, new giveaways coming soon.
Okay. Yes. It's 2025. We don't got much more time to be alive. So we're fucking.
Larry, did you watch this Tarzan knife through the arm trick revealed video on YouTube?
No. And I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. If you're talking about some Tom Savini, if you're talking about some, like, Jason slit the girl's throat and show you how it looks like they really slit an actor's throat, I don't want to know.
All right, you know what? Jimmy Controversy is on deck. We have him and Rhinestone coming in at 8:30. Maybe we should just put up the Sergeant signal right now and have James come on.
Get him on. Get his ass on.
Since everything on my notes I'm going to ask you about, you're being like, I don't care.
Hey,
I don't know.
I didn't do anything this weekend. I had no shows. You know what I'm doing? 322-7, Severe Violent Nature with Kevin Gill. 329-7, Severe Violent Nature with Kevin Gill. Chicago, New Jersey. That's me. And I'm going to say right now, I'm missing the next CZW show. Okay? Already.
What?
This is why DJ.
What?
Yeah. This is why. Guys, this is why promoters don't like me. Because, like, you see how Emil can be at, like, every GCW show under the sun? I can't be at everybody's anything because I do so much shit. And they hate that. They hate that I gotta miss those shows. So, the lovely Rosaria.
Nah, the other way. Go the other way. You had it before.
My daughter.
There we go.
My daughter. Okay.
Hold on, guys.
Larry.
What?
Look who it is, Larry. It's your old friend.
Happy to see me, Larry.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my XPW shirt today because gotta represent. How's everybody doing tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good. Why is your background blurred? Where are you at?
Just a technique, just an artistic choice.
Just a technique.
Give us the real.
An artistic choice. I
Then
can't. I've been
we
playing
don't want
around.
that shit.
Larry,
That is
I've been playing
distracting.
around.
Hey, that's more distracting than actually seeing what the fuck is behind you. I'm like, what the fuck? Where are you? Where?
Well,
Larry, why are you yelling at our guest?
Here's the thing, Larry. I've been playing around with the options and stuff, and I don't know how to fix it.
Okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
I'm having
Okay. Moving on.
I'm having
Moving on. Go
streaming
ahead.
I'm having streaming difficulties and stuff. Not
I
streaming
can fix
difficulties,
it. I
just
can fix it. I
background
fixed
difficulties, I
myself.
guess.
I can fix you. I can
You-
fix you, Jimmy Controversy. I
You
fixed
can fix
myself,
me.
didn't I, Pat?
You can
Didn't I
fix me.
fix myself? I
You
fixed
100
myself.
You don't need to be fixed. You're perfect. You're the legend. You're the voice.
Let me start
you're
off the interview by
everywhere, like
just
you were
making
just saying.
sure.
I just want people to see the 3 letters, so because I'm representing.
Before we get into the past, present, and future of Jimmy Controversy, I just want to make sure that after the Venom weekend, Jimmy doesn't owe Larry any money.
Listen, Larry was the first to get paid, and unlike some people, nobody laid behind my car after the show. I didn't walk out halfway through the show, so nobody's gonna go on the mic and trash me. All my guys got paid, and it was a great show. Raven Wrestling, a great concept, even in a trash town like Philadelphia, and everything that went on with the Philly wrestling scene, especially the underground scene. That a show like that was needed.
How did you get involved? Are you a raver?
No, I'm not. Especially after this week, I am not a raver. I'm just a guy that that looks for opportunities, that sees opportunities, and will take the opportunity if there's money involved, if there's publicity involved, and if there's a concept involved. We got a great concept going. Great concept going.
And what is it?
Definitely gonna run it again. Rave and wrestling. Great concept going on with Venom, and I know I haven't ran in a long time, since last year, so you're definitely gonna be seeing more of those shows. I would like to not. I would like to run Philly less because right now it's not the best place to run, but if I could bring some positivity, which is what we're all about, the Boulevard Bullies, you guys.
That's not what we're about. We're about the exact opposite of that.
Well, we're about I know benders and stuff like that, like you just said, but in a good way, positivity, like
No,
morals.
that's not it. No, we're about going on a bender and like canceling
nothing
3 of your oldest friends out of your life and waking up in central booking and then like not
I've been
posting.
there twice.
There's nothing. Listen.
Twice, dude.
I say this. There's sometimes nothing wrong. There's nothing negative about a bender at times. Sometimes they're needed. Just my experiences.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just we're all about negativity. That's so great for you. Last time,
Controversy creates cash.
Yeah, just deathmatch love only. Not. Hey, new year, new me. Psych.
I hate people that will go out there and hug after their match. Like, what is the point in that at times? Like, I know for a special occasion, for a special moment, like if you're really close with that person and if it's like personal, I just don't understand it. Like, you're out there, sometimes it's every man for itself. Like, why go out there? Like, why every single match now has to be like a post-match promo. Every single match has to be like putting, kissing your opponent's ass and stuff. So I guess in some ways I'm all about negativity too.
Hell yeah, dude. There you go. Welcome to the club. Hey, last time that you saw Larry before Venom, you were getting Tazplex, head and arm plex, T-bone suplex, German, belly to belly, belly to back, all at the hands of the judge.
And of course the how does Rob Black say it? The deathmatch community didn't kind of blew up with negativity. Certain members of the community blew it up with negativity, but any
Like
publicity
who?
is good publicity. Well,
Wait, I don't understand. People were unhappy that you were the challenger of the open challenge?
there were Larry. Larry knows this just like I know it. The usual haters were unhappy that I was the guy who stepped up, but nobody else in that locker room stepped up to the judge. And it's nothing personal. I'm very grateful for my time I had with Judge out west in San Diego. I'm very grateful for the judiciary, him and jury. I helped Judge out. I gave him, I would pick him up from the airport when he came here.
Hey,
He was
don't
my boy.
talk anymore. Don't talk anymore. Next question, Pat. Go ahead.
Well,
Well,
Larry,
I
you
want
cut me.
to.
I was
I
thinking
wanna-
about it, Larry.
I took the
I mean, I got some things to say too.
All right, take it away,
I took-
Larry.
Listen, Jimmy Controversy is like on that Joey Janela. And what I mean by that is like the shows that I'm announcing, Jimmy Controversy is on. So that's what he means about the haters. No one thought that Jimmy Controversy would ever get on CZW. But
Correct.
not only is he on CZW, he's on like one of the biggest CZW shows of CZW's era.
That
On
is
top of that,
correct.
39th anniversary.
Yeah.
That is
on
correct.
top of that, he's running shows. Hold on, in Kensington. Okay, you
Ugh,
choose
which-
Kensington, dude. Jimmy Controversy had to escort my black ass into the warehouse, Pat. He's running shows in Kensington. So people that see Jimmy on IWA Deep South, on fucking XPW, on CZW, running his own show, they're like, oh, we don't want him to do shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Larry
the
Legend.
stand-
How's Jimmy
the stand
Controversy
hates
got
it.
Larry Legend?
The bald eagle hates it. And you know what? I really don't care. All right. Stick to your normal crying on Facebook. Stick to sitting in the sidelines while other people are using your ring. And keep talking, because any publicity is good publicity. We're going up here. I got so much coming up. I got looking to fill my calendar even more, because days off are my worst enemy. And I know there were people that don't want to let things go, hold grudges, don't want Jimmy Controversy around. But you know what? I need wrestling. It's what I love. It's what I do best. And I need the energy. It motivates me to get out of bed in the morning, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. I really don't care. And I took that challenge against Judge Joe Dredd because I needed to step out of his shadow. I needed to go my own path. I need to go my own path. I don't need anybody holding my hand. I never did. And I took the opportunity, and I'm not sorry for it, whether he feels disrespected or not.
I love this for you.
So, there's that. It's every man for himself at this point.
Hey, have you been in contact with? You're wearing your XPW tank top, so I guess the next question that everybody's dying to know: have you been in contact with Rob Black or Brian?
I have been in contact, actually, right before I was about to go on. The boss man hit me up just a few minutes ago. Actually, I'm supposed to actually go and meet up with him sometime this week. And there's things. Listen, there's things, of course, in the works. I know for a fact that he's not done. I know for a fact that he's not going to give up. And, I know for a fact that, we all go through things in life, but, everybody does things, and makes a comeback at their own pace, so it's only a matter of time, but sooner than later.
So
Let me put it that way.
basically what you're telling me is that all of us are like, he's going to be like, I never went away. He's going to be like, I never went away.
Correct. It's still currently, it's still currently, it's not over until the creator says it's over. Am I right? It's not over until the creator says it's over. People just go online and assume things. Like
You can't
they're not
cancel
running
me
like
because I don't
Demonto,
quit.
they're not running like
you
Brett.
can't
It's over.
cancel. Well, you can't cancel what's already canceled. And that's one thing we all have in common, but I don't believe in any of that stuff because being canceled is like, it's just a saying. You know what I mean?
Rob's gonna be so mad at you for what all those things you just said.
No, he isn't.
He's gonna be so
He's probably
mad.
happy as a pig in shit. Hi, Kat.
So what do you got coming up, Jimothy?
Oh, cat's in the chat. Awesome.
Well, I know that if Rob is watching, Kat's watching.
I don't think
wanted
either of
to
them
say
are
hi to
watching,
my
but I'm sure they'll
fucking
hear
son.
that.
Well, he's probably gonna call me a retard like he always does. But you know what? There was
Take it easy.
hold
We're
on.
monetized.
Hold
We're
on a second.
monetized.
Hold on a second.
Thank you, Larry.
If it,
Thank you. How dare you?
if
Got
it,
this.
but if
I
it wasn't
pay
for,
dare you.
attention.
just remember, if it wasn't for these three letters, I probably wouldn't be on. I probably would not be on here today because I wouldn't have that relationship.
You wouldn't have
that
been
I
in
do
the
with them.
Carnage Cup.
I sure as hell would not have been in the Carnage Cup. Long live Deep South. Ever since going in there with Necro and Bryant Woods, that's when everything started. That's when I started making my comeback. That's when my comeback really, really started.
Hey, Jimmy, who do you think Homicide's last match should be with? Because I just thought maybe Necro.
Oh, 100%. 100% it should be. That would be a great match. Necro Butcher versus Homicide or Dan Moff versus Homicide. I would love to see that one more
Final
time.
match, Dan. It's because think about it, it's Homicide's last match coming up.
Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Sabu's got Sabu. I hope he gets a couple more matches. I don't want to say anything. Nothing towards a certain individual who I beat recently this past November after
JJ.
the same guy
JJ.
that JJ, the same guy that you compared me to just now, who hated my guts going into that match and also lit my dick on fire and fucking burned my gear. So I
saw that.
I should charge him for that. I don't know. Maybe I should charge him for that. I don't know. But
Jimmy, how were you able to negotiate cocaine appearing at that fucking rate? How did you get cocaine on the card?
Cocaine takes benders to a whole other level, especially the original cocaine. And since Glenn Jacobs himself denounced him, and since
Glenn Jacobs himself. The man who was standing in the hallway when Stephanie McMahon addressed him and then looked right in the eyes of Larry and said, "Be here."
Was he standing in the hallway when Stephanie McMahon was taking pictures with the famous game-changing rapper, or no?
Oh, Jimmy Lloyd?
Wow.
Are you talking about Jimmy Lloyd?
Wow.
There is a
He's
photo
not
of
talking
Stephanie
about
McMahon
Lloyd.
and Jimmy Lloyd.
He's not talking about Lloyd. He's talking about
B.
B-Law.
Oh,
He's
the
talking about
B-Law.
B-Law.
Brett the Hitman.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Brett the Hitman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett the
That's what
Hitman.
he's talking about.
That
I mean,
picture,
I feel
listen,
somehow
that picture's
that it is all
iconic.
connected, and we are slowly unraveling a conspiracy, thread by thread, piece by
Well,
piece.
we got OG Kevin Gill in our corner, and he's a sleuth.
I love KG.
I mean,
like
he
KG.
is 175
Oh, yeah.
years old, dude.
Oh yeah. And Mike,
For him to
Mike,
give us
who
the
went up to
seal
me
of
and shook
approval?
Mike,
No,
Mike.
never.
I finally met Mike from Seven, who
Oh,
went up to
Michael.
me and shook. Yeah, who went up to me and shook my hand.
Not so fat, Mike.
After I attacked the body at Loco at the
Never heard of that guy.
at the last no ring show. Everybody's
happened
heard
to
about
him?
the
Never heard of
body.
that
He's
guy.
nowhere. The body's nowhere to be
That
found. He's
means
scared
nothing
to
to
death.
me.
I think he's coming to Jersey.
Going at-
He's coming to Jersey May 4th.
Yo,
What,
Jimmy.
for vacation? For
Jimmy.
like a spa day?
Yo,
I'm not
I got a
done with his
question,
ass.
Jimmy.
Dude, he showed up. He's so desperate for attention. He showed up to Grimm's Toy Show, which was the show that I created.
Which Jimmy
and,
is also on. This is high-rated shit. Jimmy's
high
also on
rated. This is
Grimm.
high-level
I forgot
shit.
to mention that. I forgot
He
to
showed
mention
up-
Grimm's. Yeah.
He showed up to Grimm's Toy Show, flipped the table like his favorite wrestler JJ at me, and embarrassed me in front of pretty much Grimm, who broke me in, got me my training, and embarrassed me in front of everybody there. So I'm not done with his ass. I hope he actually just comes out of hiding soon and brings his ass back to Jersey.
Wait. So
and
talk to
actually-
us about that Grimm provided your training. Walk us through this origin story.
Well, Grimm broke me into wrestling, the scene in 2014. We filmed,
Wow.
we would film wrestling skits, in my backyard, his backyard, just like like couple skits and
Like
stuff.
like my origins.
Yeah, right.
Keep going.
So
My origins.
we all start somewhere.
Yeah.
So then Grimm got close with Create a Pro, which they were working. Pat Buck, Kurt Hawkins, or Brian Myers, Mario Baccara, Dan Moff, and then June of 2016, Grimm took me there to Rahway, New Jersey, which is a very iconic building.
How old were you?
I was 18 years old, still in high school, and got me enrolled in the Create a Pro training, and it was didn't get in the ring for a few weeks. Was just getting my ass kicked on the mat by two guys that go by the Heavenly Bodies, real tough guys. But I have nothing but respect for
Dustin and Justin.
Dustin and Mark Carino, great fucking guys. And it was Dan Moff who told me to get in the ring and run the ropes. And he went up to me, literally with a smile on his face, just put his arm on my shoulder, and he goes, "You know something, Nooch?" Because they all call me Neutron. That's Kevin Matthews gave me that fucking name. He goes, "I'm gonna make you into a fucking machine." So it was Dan Moff, and out of all those guys who put in a lot of time with me, though, it was Dan Moff who really, and Mario Baccara, who really took that chance on me, and gave me the guts to go in the ring, and gave me the guts that I feel like I could do anything in wrestling, death match and all, anything.
Whoa.
So,
shout out Dan Moff.
Shout out to the Bayonne Badass and King of the East Coast, Dan Moff. Always,
An OG trained by Homicide, by the
an
notorious
OG
187
trained by
Homicide.
And you know what? I'm an OG trained by Dan Moff. I'm, a 100% a Dan Moff guy, and I hope
You're the bloodline. You're the doghouse bloodline.
I hope.
You're in there with Danny DeMonto. You're in there with Low Life Louie. You're in there with Loki. You're a Greek god Papa Don.
I hope Low Life Louie kicks Angel Metro's ass, because I can't stand that. I can't stand that chick one bit.
Well, she could really take a beating.
She 100% could take a beating.
Believe it.
She 100% could take a beating. She's got the mentality. She's crazy as fuck. But I just can't stand her. The disrespect towards me, the riot act, and all that, embarrassing me on my own show.
Her
I'm
and
not
Riley
done.
Crow.
And Riley Crow,
The fucking cake boss, Riley Crow.
she's tough as nails as well. But
Got a nice ass.
it's all about
She's fat.
if you disrespect me, there's actions always have consequences. So
Well, you're the law.
I am the law.
Potency so
and
deadly.
I make my own laws by
ZMZO says,
Twitter.
Jimmy, been seeing you since 2011. So dope seeing you in the combat zone, and not just you and Grim rented the dojo. Where's your, what are your thoughts on Dilf Dalton?
Well, all right. Do we have to? Well, we have to. We have to.
I mean,
All right.
the guy threw $5.
So Doof Boy Daltano is now on the run. He had left New Jersey after making a fake account of me, of course, making accounts of everybody. Recently, he was recently invited to come back up here by ECW legend Jason Knight, and believe me,
I knew it was gonna be Jason. I knew it.
I knew it was gonna be. Listen,
I knew you were gonna say Jason when you said ECW legend. I said he's gonna say Jason. Jason Knight. I knew it. I do. Go ahead, keep going.
Jason is not holding back. Listen, Jason promised him his biggest payday, $500, which Dilf don't have $5 to his name. Let's be honest with you. To fly him up here and have him put his money where his mouth is. He's talked all this shit. He's fucked over so many people, has multiple police reports, threatened other people's kids. He just wants him to put his money where his mouth is. So, Jason even said he will have somebody give him transportation back up here to New Jersey.
Wow.
And then you know what Dilf does? He goes on a podcast with, of course, somebody who was recently outed for messing with kids, and says,
I know who you're talking about.
Oh yeah, we all know who I'm talking about. He goes,
John Marizano, or however you say his last name.
Johnny Goggles. And he goes, oh, no. I don't need to be involved with the drama. I'm no selling it. I'm not a man of the drama. I revitalized careers. I revitalized Gary Wolf's career. Yeah, all that stuff. And he backed out. So he's a pussy.
Who? Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Yeehaw, motherfucker. What's up, Larry?
Good evening.
Hey, Jimmy Controversy. What's up, motherfucker?
I'm glad that you're here, cowboy. I'm glad that you're here.
I didn't wear no fancy shirt. I just got my fancy ringworm shirt on because I support bussies.
That's awesome. Hey, respect.
I thought it was Bucky's.
No, it's bussies. It's bussies. It's clearly bussies. You got to think about it. Buccees, bussies. Wouldn't be Bucky's. No, it's bussies.
I don't know. There's no Bucky's around my neck of the woods.
Wow, there's no K. There's no K.
There's no K in that bitch. Bucky's.
Listen, we're in New Jersey, so there's
You gotta
a lot.
You gotta go 71 miles the opposite direction to get to your first Bucky's.
Hey.
Pussies.
No, there's well, yeah, I think so. I was thinking of Sheets. Yeah, you're right.
The sign's up there on the turnpike. When you're driving up to New York, there's a sign on the turnpike that says, turn around, 571 to Bussies.
That's correct.
It's bussies. All about that bussies.
That's correct. That is correct, 100%. And I wish I could have some of that too. So.
Me too.
I wish I could share it with you.
You have no idea.
I'm so fucking tired. But go ahead, Pat. Lead us.
Yeah,
It's a shotgun.
Smoking out of a shotgun.
It's a shotgun.
He is smoking out of a shotgun. So, Larry, will you be at the next CZW show at Neshaminy Creek Brewery, which I am psyched about? I hope my man Colin Shawcross, a.k.a. Hot Sauce, is there. You guys don't know him, but he's the guy that I think that works there, runs that place, represents that place, and I performed at Neshaminy Creek Brewery 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or something like that, with Wrestle Pro. So it's great to be back with CZW this time. I'm psyched for that.
Hey, Rhinestone,
but
how you doing?
I'm doing good. I started a new job, so I'm kind of worn out, but I'm high now, so I feel better.
Do you have any
That's good,
questions
that's
for
good.
Jimothy?
Yeah,
I do have a question for Jim. Are you now
James?
are you now part of CZW officially? Like, are you part of the roster?
100% I am part of it officially.
Good, good, because I thoroughly enjoyed the whole Judge Dredd call out. I didn't think it was going to be you. I didn't think it was going to be you.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be me either, but you know, Dredd and Jury promised me, you know, if I was with them, and they promised me this on the West Coast when I first joined the judiciary. They promised me opportunities, and I just wasn't getting enough. I was more or less the fall guy. I was more or less the bump guy, and I wanted to move on to do bigger and better things. So I feel like I needed to just step out of his shadow. You know, I'm pretty sure Dredd and I will cross paths again. He is on his own now because he did spit in my face right after that match. So he is on his own now. I am no longer associated, or I don't know if but he did treat me
This is all
post
canon.
match with.
This is
He
all
treated
canon.
me like Judge Joe Dredd would treat anybody else. He treated
Yeah.
me with disrespect. Didn't shake my hand after it. You know, of all the matches you want to shake someone's hand with, it should have been Dredd picking me up, shaking my hand, and saying, you know,
You,
you took the opportunity, no hard feelings. But he didn't do that, so he's on his own, and I'm on my own.
you
I'll
need some
see him.
get back though. You
I
need
will
some
see
get
him.
back.
I will see Judge Joe Dredd down the road anytime at CZW, anywhere, XPW, anywhere, 7, anywhere. Hey, Tournament of Death, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you definitely
But
need some get back because let's not pull any wool over anybody's eye. He put a whooping on you there, controversy. He
Dredd,
put a
listen,
whooping.
Dredd is. I've said this a while
Yeah,
back.
why didn't you fight
After
back?
after
Yeah,
the last tournament, I
the first
100%
rule of
did.
fighting is you got to swing a punch.
Yeah, why didn't you fight
I
back?
100% did. Pat, shut up. I 100% said this after Tournament of Death, after the last Tournament of Death, that 2025 is going to be the year of Judge Joe Dredd. 100%. Um, he damn near could have and should have won the Tournament of Death because he was dominating the whole Tournament of Death, and even last year's even the Tournament of Death before that dominated it. But this year he really I thought was set to win that 100%. I really thought that. Mickey Knuckles pulled up a huge upset. And he got back at her at Cage of Death, so I guess I guess he made his statement right there, and But yes, we Dredd, myself, a lot of us are now part of CZW, and we're really doing great stuff out there too. We got a hell of a lot. Ricochet Page returned, which was shocking.
Yeah.
I saw Larry. I didn't see Ricky until literally 4 minutes before he was about to walk out.
Well, and then when he pulled off his bandana and his,
I know,
I thought
it
it was
was
Mickey
insane.
Knuckles at first.
Man.
He's
She'll be
on a
back.
mission. He's on it. RSP's on a mission right now. Like, you could just hear it in his voice. You can see it in his promos. You could just see it. He's on a mission.
Mickey Knuckles will be coming back to Jersey in a couple weeks, March 23rd or March 22nd for H2O and March 23rd for X Brand Wrestling, which is against Christian Ross. And
The full-time boss.
That's it. Listen, that X Brand show is a stacked card. Are You Saved? It's a stacked card. You have Mickey Knuckles versus Christian Ross. You have Angel Metro versus New Jersey Deathmatch legend, Lowlife Louis Ramos. You have Louis Jr. versus Hardcore. You have Jay Sawyer versus Brax. You got some POR guys. Sinister, the Demon from POR versus Kevin Chaos in I think Flaming Tables match.
This is great.
You have the personification of POR, JC Extreme versus yours truly, Sergeant Jimmy Controversy. And JC Extreme, as soon as this match got announced, JC has been talking mad shit. Not even 2 seconds after that match got announced, like moments before I was about to go on here, JC's been talking mad shit, calling me a pig, saying he's going to embarrass me in Jersey. You're going to get wrecked by the personification of POR. JC, we're not in Virginia. We're not in Philadelphia. We're going to be in New fucking Jersey. And I was blackballed from New fucking Jersey for 5 fucking years. And I'm not in the fucking mood. I'm back in Jersey. I'm returning to Ridgefield Park 100% since I know that Ryan Cartwright's going to be there.
The Mecca.
So, JC, you're just going to be goddamn Virginia lunch meat, boy. I'm blowing
Ryan Cartwright,
his
that's the
fucking
body.
ass up.
Virgin.
That's the body.
Virginia.
I like that.
Ryan Cartwright
That
is
was
the
catchy.
body.
He
The
is.
body's
He
going to
is.
be there?
He's going to be at, supposed to be coming to Jersey May 4th at Ridgefield Park.
I mean,
Once
you're
I saw
talking all
that,
this
I'm like,
Jersey, but you're also dedicating your life to Sheets. What about Wawa, dude?
Wawa,
well,
yeah.
gotta have a Wawa. Personally, I think Wawa's better than Sheets. Wawa
The
is
pizza
way
Right,
better.
so
good.
could you put the gun? Could you put the gun bong away, please? Thank you. just
Dude, listen.
thank you.
People
Stressing me
call
out.
Jersey.
I
People
don't
call
have a
Jersey
problem with
the
it.
armpit. People
Thanks,
call
Larry.
Jersey the armpit of
I'm
America.
sorry.
But I love New Jersey. I rep New Jersey. You know, I want to
Put it
bring, I want Pro Wrestling Venom at New Jersey. I want to bring XPW
There's
to
no
the Jersey
commission.
Shore.
We love New Jersey. There's
To
no
the-
commission.
Oh, yeah. I want to bring XPW.
So
I wanna
what's the
see
deal with your
XPW
Wawa? What's your Wawa order?
on the Jersey Shore. I rep places like Wawa. I rep, my love for the tri-state area, the New York Yankees. God's
What do you
favorite
eat at
team.
Wawa?
What
do you
the
eat
hell
there?
does that have to do with the New York Yankees?
Isn't
What do
that
you
the
eat at
other
Wawa?
guy's thing? Isn't that that's the other guy does Wawa.
The other guy does. I'm trying to, Larry. You see,
Let's stick with our Mount Rushmore pad. Come on, we're not Malcolm
Wawa,
Moose. We're not,
I get. Here's what I get at Wawa.
I'm just
trying to-
saying.
I'm trying to
I
promote Wrestle
recently had the
Boulevard.
Wawa pizza, which is
He loves us.
so and so. I
Yeah,
have
bro, me too. Me too. My
The
only
Wawa
complaint is
pizza.
pizza.
the Wawa
The
pizza.
pizza
is 100%
It is
so
good.
Dude,
so.
yes, Pinky Sanchez
It's
put me
good.
on. Pinky
You put
Sanchez
the-
put me on to the Wawa pizza.
You put the garlic Joan on that shit, it's good to go.
Dude.
The Wawa garlic knots are where it's at, man. I love those. I love the
Yeah.
Wawa garlic knots. They're crispy chicken sandwiches. They're spicy crispy chicken sandwiches. I'll have those every once in a while with the jalapenos. They're banging. The Wawa paninis are where it's at, man. Don't even get me started. When I'm going down to POR to kick some backyard wrestling ass, I always grab a Wawa panini for the road because it's a long ride to Virginia.
Virgin,
You know?
yeah.
So,
Dude,
Yeah.
he's humping these roads. He's the last of a dying breed.
All right,
Jimmy
everybody in the
Controversy
chat
the last of a
is
dying breed.
resoundingly voting that we kick you from the call. But before we do that, let's ask you.
give me a break.
Let's ask you your death match Mount Rushmore. You know, top
would
5 dead or alive.
American or just in general?
Just in
American
general.
or just in general?
Mount Rushmore's a global,
I
could be a
would-
global,
I
timeless
would have
thing.
to say, Terry Funk, Onita, Necro Butcher, and because this guy had
And Mick
more
Foley.
hype than Mick Foley or John Zandig, because he had so much hype behind
That is
him.
a good
Everybody
fucking Mount Rushmore, bro.
That is a
That's a
quality-
good Mount
in the
Rushmore.
hype behind John Zandig, and
That's a good Mount Rushmore, yo.
I'm just being honest here because honesty is the best policy.
Wow.
See,
That's a strong
that
fact.
era was my childhood. That era was my childhood. I got into XPW. XPW always be home for me. But that era and FMW as well, that era of CZW was my childhood. You know, I loved watching Wife Beater. I loved watching Lobo. It was a stacked card. I loved watching.
You were out there
the-
with Jimmy Lloyd.
the
You were out there
first
with
couple,
young Jimmy Lloyd.
yeah,
8 years old.
the first couple tournament of deaths, man.
How old were you at those moments?
Oh man, I had to be like 7 or 8 when I discovered deathmatch wrestling, man.
Larry, you nailed it. Jimmy Lloyd.
I had to be like,
Dude,
Hey,
I
listen,
remember Jimmy Lloyd in the crowd, in the front row. I remember Jimmy Lloyd watching every
His
move.
babysitter
watching
brought
the whole
him.
show.
Well, my parents brought me, but that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
But and that's why my late mother, God rest her soul, her only favorite
R.I.P. your mom. R.I.P. your mom.
her only favorite deathmatch wrestler was, ironically, John Zandig.
I'm gonna say this. I only got to
She would have
announce him.
listened. She would have, she liked all the bigger, guy, like how Vince McMahon loves the big,
And this is what I'm gonna say.
The big
John
young dude.
Zandig was like, he was like the closest thing that I was ever around to like the Ultimate Warrior. But like the hood, South Philly version of the Ultimate Warrior.
That's yeah. The great, phenomenal phenomenal hype,
His
phenomenal
music,
yeah,
oh
presence,
yeah,
100%.
all that shit. It was like, dude, what the fuck am I looking at right now?
And as far as my Mount Rushmore, did I say Necro? Please tell me I said Necro.
Yeah, you
You
said
did,
Necro.
you
You
did.
went Terry,
He was
Onita,
your third.
Necro,
Necro was your
Zandig.
third.
Necro Butcher deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, period.
Wrestling.
Hell yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
And listen, fuck
Not
that.
just that match, wrestling.
As a public figure, because he is the most intelligent individual in the world. Like, that, if it wasn't for that man, I got to learn so much in the short time that I've spent him. I consider him family now. I consider him like my uncle, and I got nothing but respect and love for Necro. And I know, like at Carnage Cup, he was throwing haymakers, but he did it with a smile on his face, man. 100. He knew I needed the opportunity. Unlike Joe Dredd, who just completely threw me to the curb after kicking my ass.
I'm glad you phrased it that way. Well, I'm glad you phrased it that way. That's bad. You got to get him back. You got to get him back for sure.
Hey, listen, Listen, I don't need a judge. I don't need a judge. I deal with judges all the time. People judge whether I should be around or not be around. People, judge me on everything, and I fight it. I fight it.
Jimmy, will you ever go to No Holds Barred?
Probably not. That's obvious. Probably not. I don't think I don't think he's interested in having Jimmy Controversy behind his chains, so probably not.
Especially after this appearance.
Especially after this appearance, you're right. I think I've made it apparent where my fate is, and he knows that maybe our paths will cross, maybe they won't, but people like to hold grudges. They don't like to let things go. So
Rushmore is a good movie. Bill Murray is fantastic. Hey.
Oh, phenomenal.
Amazing.
Phenomenal.
Movie. These are OR scrubs. Oh, are they? It's the first thing that came to my head.
But will I ever be up in Detroit again? 100%. 100%. For Horror Slam, 100%.
Jimmy, what are your favorite films?
I'm a horror movie guy. My favorite films. I'm a horror movie guy. I'm a comedy guy. I used to love Ace Ventura. I used to watch a lot of horror movies. Friday the 13th, Pet Sematary. That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, by the way.
Is Art the Clown an icon?
I would say so.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay.
Wait, who?
Art the Clown.
Art the Clown.
It's too late. You already said
Is he an icon?
No pedophile is an icon, and I stand on that statement.
Huh.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right, bye, Larry.
You gotta take a tinkle after that comment.
No chomo is an icon, and I stand on that statement. I didn't know who you said before, but yeah, no.
Is Terrifier a chomo? Does he? Yeah, he kills kids. I mean, that's kind of fun. I don't like
even
that
Jason.
Shit.
Even Jason Voorhees doesn't kill kids, and because Jason Voorhees has a moral compass.
That's why he's a fucking icon. That's why Art the Clown's not an icon.
Art the Clown could burn in fucking hell with goddamn Jeffrey Epstein for all I care. All right, that's where he's equivalent to. All right.
Wow, okay, there you go. Definitive statement. Never thought about it that way.
I dig it.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Cowboy,
Jimmy, I feel like you're the real different boy. I feel like Jimmy Lloyd.
Oh, Cowboy, speak a little louder when it comes to naming fucked up people, because I take a firm stance against people that do not go with my morals and ethics. Let's put it that way. I take a firm stance against people that are morally corrupt. I take a firm stance against people that, will mess with kids, will deliberately hurt people in any way like that. I'm a man of morals. So yeah, it's obvious.
I dig it.
And the crazy thing is, I get shit for it, which just shows how morally corrupt today's world is. Look at all the shit I got for calling out a certain individual. Look at all the shit I got for walking away when a certain group decided to stand by. And Pat, you know which group I'm talking about. Look at all the shit I got for walking away when a certain group decided to stand by a certain individual. Given everything that's going on and given, my past, fuck that kind of shit.
Hell yeah.
You gotta respect that point.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what you're referring to.
It's all good, Pat. Compass.
It's all good, Pat.
Jimmy, favorite Friday the 13th.
I would have to say New York. The Jason takes on New York. I would have to say
Because
that one.
you were around like 7 or 8 around that was around.
Oh yeah. Jason Voorhees versus Freddy Krueger was a real good one. But I'm also a huge kaiju fan. Love Godzilla. Loved Godzilla Final Wars 2004. That was my shit. You know, Godzilla Resurgence was so. I just didn't get it. But
has Godzilla ever given a pile driver? Has there ever been a Godzilla movie
he's
where
given a
I feel like there's been a suplex, there's been a
He's given
pile
a
driver.
drop kick before.
Yeah,
100%. He's given
lots
a
of
drop kick
suplexes.
before.
Lots of suplexes. Lots of them.
Tons of suplexes. I loved Godzilla versus the Destroyer. I have all my Godzilla VHSs somewhere. When I get back on the Boulevard Bullies in the future, I will gladly have those VHS tapes with me. So
You're a fucking interesting guy. I like you more than Jimmy Lloyd. As far as two guys that I know for sure that before the age of 10 were traumatized by deathmatch wrestling and chose their path in life, I think that you're cooler than Jimmy Lloyd. I'm going to go on record of saying it right now.
Well, we got to get Jimmy Lloyd on.
We got to see how cool Jimmy Lloyd is.
We should get both Jimmys together.
They're both different boys, though, if you really think about it.
Have you fought? Have y'all ever fought?
I haven't fought Jimmy Lloyd yet. We are now under one roof.
That's a crime.
I think it's time. I think it's time to see who the better Jimmy is. I think it's time to see, because the one Jimmy I did fight was Jimmy Rave. God rest his soul. And
wow.
That's what got you into raves.
I was green as grass, and Jimmy Rave basically kicked my ass. But I've had tons of respect for Jimmy Rave. I'm 100% Rave approved.
Fellow Sag.
Always. And, I think if Jimmy Lloyd wants to accept my challenge that I'm laying out, hopefully I'll see him sooner than later. There's also one guy I want to challenge.
Yeah.
For
Michael Kruger?
Why not?
Yeah, you read my mind. You read my fucking mind. The last time I was in the West Coast, I was laid out by Michael Kruger. Laid out by that Frankenstein freak.
That's a big son bitch, though. That's a big dude.
I hunt horror characters. I hunt them.
You got a moral compass.
I hunt horror characters.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
And it's gonna be awesome. when somebody finally makes that fucking match, Michael Kruger versus Sergeant Jimmy Controversy, it's going to be a slaughterhouse.
I want to be there for it.
It's going to be there for it. Michael Kruger, it's going to be the opening day of Sergeant Jimmy Controversy's Monster Flesh and Grill.
You look great 100%. In that tank top. Can I just say that to all the people watching? I love it. Yeah, I love the look of it.
Can I put on some size? I've been losing it lately.
Yeah, hey, I got an idea. I got an idea for the two Jimmy, Social Security card on a pole match, and whoever wins gets that name Jimmy.
Gets the different. Well, we've been told in the chat unanimously that the number one Jimmy is homeless Jimmy. So this would be the battle for Jimmy number 2.
Shout out from the chat.
Three-way.
Good shout out.
Jimmy is 100%. Oh yeah.
He wouldn't even. He doesn't even need to compete in a 3-way. He's the number one Jimmy. He just presides over it.
He's like Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
You never touch him.
But he's still got it. Why don't he? Why don't we have the 3 Jimmys?
3 Jimmys.
Against it, because he was part of the original. He was part of the early days of CZW.
He was.
100%.
In a Jimmy Rave Memorial Cup.
Wow.
There you go. Fantasy booking is done here on Boulevard.
Or a Jimmy
right.
Rave round robin challenge.
Yeah. And Prince Nana can be there. We'll invite him.
Ironically, to my understanding, the only one to do Jimmy Rave memorial or tribute show was Grimm, because I remember breaking the news to Grimm and texting him. I'm like, yo, Jimmy Rave had passed, and like that really, the two passings that hit really hard for me was Jimmy Rave, and that same year, like a few months before that, New Jack, because as far as I could like my knowledge goes, I was actually the last person to be in the ring with New Jack that January, which is crazy. It was me and, dare I say his name, Mr. Fantastic. And he chucked the fucking bottom of the trash can at Mr. Fantastic because of how pissed off he was. He was pissed off at me, don't get me wrong, but he really put a beating on Fantastic. But I remember New Jack saying that he was going to come back and bring Mustafa, and it was going to be like a gangsters reunion, which would have been wild. And unfortunately, a couple months later, I wake up from a nap and I see, articles and shit, and I actually cried for that because I enjoyed being in the ring with New Jack. He was super cool, honestly.
I thought that New Jack's last match was for No Holds Barred down in Tampa, where it was him and the Baldies, not the Baldies. The Baldies. No, who was it? DeVito and
What year was
DeVito
that? Because that's why I said, to my knowledge, there was a lot.
I thought, but I don't know when he died. I don't know when his actual, was it September? Was it September of 2022?
It was May 15th, 2021.
So then the month before that is when he had his last match. It was him, and was it the Baldies? Y'all call me on this in the chat. I forget it. It was DeVito.
Yeah, call us on. We're trying to find out.
Hey, Jimmy!
Against the rejects of
James.
Murdoch.
Jimmy.
It was the Carnage Crew versus the Rejects and Neil Diamond Cutter at
That's what
NHD
it was.
11.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
okay.
it.
So that was okay. So second to last name, but I could be wrong. I wasn't keeping track at the time, but
Toast. Hey, James, what's your dream matchup? What's like the matchup of all matchups that you would ever want? Like dream opponent, money's not an object, social standing is not an object.
No moral compass.
No moral compass
at all. Just ruthless aggression.
well, besides a teacher versus student against Dan Moff, which I never got at WrestlePro, I would like a one-on-one with Necro Butcher. 100%. I would like that one-on-one. 100%. I feel like I have a shit ton to prove, a shit ton to back up, and I've come a long way since the Carnage Cup that was 2 years ago, and I would like to see where I'm at when that actually happens. I would like to see where I'm at. 100%.
Do you think you would be able to give a better match against Necro than Dilf did at the Rochester XPW No Ring match?
I mean, that was a good one.
Did I 100%? I 100% think I gave a better match than Dilf did at Carnage Cup in that triple threat. I didn't cry.
Not even a one-on. You thought your shit.
I didn't
in
cry.
A triple threat was better than what Dilf did up in.
He ran. He cried like a little bitch.
With the story, the story behind that was very, very compelling.
My first time coming into XPW, he left the fucking building, Dilf. Because he doesn't want to answer for his bullshit. Those guys left, and we don't need them.
You sure it wasn't like an emergency or something?
Or he wasn't allowed to be there because he burned all his bridges. Burnt bridges that matter. I burn bridges, but they're not bridges that matter.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. I probably burned some bridges on, talking right now, but or
I love
the
this.
the bridges that probably been burnt. I just exploded them. But here's the thing. I ain't gonna burn bridges at places that matter, like XPW.
There you go.
I ain't gonna burn bridges.
That's that Pinky Sanchez right there.
It's family. I ain't gonna burn bridges at places like CZW because hey, DJ Hyde, for all the shit that he gets, didn't have to give me that opportunity. Didn't have to give me that opportunity, but he did. And I sure as hell will never burn bridges at IWA Deep South. I am a Kevin Brannon guy because, in the case, it's quality over quantity, but every IWA Deep South leaves you wanting more. And every Carnage Cup and every show, Southern Outlaws, WrestleMania, we got 2 Mania weekends this year. He delivers. IWA Deep South more than delivers, and that's why it's the only remaining IWA right now. As far as my knowledge goes.
Yeah, Mickey's taking on Necro Butcher.
I know, bro. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable. Bryant Woods, like you guys were just talking about, against Little Sicko, and Bryant Woods.
Finals rematch.
Finals rematch for the IWA Deep South Heavyweight Championship. So it's going to be epic.
This 1,000 carpet strip thing?
I was going to get to that. The 1,000 carpets. Oh, my God. 61,000 nails. JB Anderson and Neil Diamond Cutter. Listen, JB Anderson is a tough motherfucker. A tough motherfucker. I went against him at Pits of Hell, and it was a bloodbath.
The hood rat? The
hardcore hoochie daddy, JB Anderson. Please, Pat, don't spoil the match for me. I really want to see that match. I'm just catching up. I really want to see that match with JB.
Yeah, I totally watched it, but I won't spoil it for you.
Diamond Cutter, bro.
Don't you dare spoil it for Jimmy Controversy. Hey, I gotta go. It's 9:01.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Going to get a
Final thoughts, Jimmy. Where can we follow you? Where can we expect you next?
You can follow me, Sergeant Jimmy Controversy, on Facebook, Jimmy Controversy TV on YouTube. You could go to @Real Jimmy Controversy on Instagram, Jimmy Controversy on Twitter, which is my main platform. I'll be on the Rob Black Show tonight in the comment section because I got
the comments.
In the comment section.
I thought you said you will be on that shit.
If Rob Black wants to give me a call like he did when I beat and upset Joseph Nutella, give me a call, please. I miss you, boss. So stream XPW 100%, and I'll see you guys.
Well, if he asks you about us, speak nicely.
If he asks me about what?
If he asks you about the show, speak nicely.
Bro,
say nothing but sweet.
Come on.
Blvd Bullies versus the world is where it's at.
It's a podcast.
Man. It's a podcast every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. It's the #1 podcast right now in wrestling. I'm honored to be on this, man.
Hang up on him.
It's still setting in. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, you know what? I got to say, that was a lot more fascinating than I thought it was going to be, to be honest with you.
Dude, he's Jimmy Controversy. I'm Larry Legend. That's the Rhinestone Cowboy. You get this shit?
Rhinestone, final thoughts?
I don't know. I have many thoughts rambling through my head, so I can't really control just one. But I agree with the sergeant that he needs to have redemption against Judge, because he really underplayed how much he got his ass really handed to him in that match. Like it was really pretty bad.
Did he get
to
any
watch.
offense? Did he get any hits?
No, it was like he was taught when as a child to not swing a punch. It was pretty bad, Larry. Your commentary would have been lovely over it. It would have been.
Well,
it would have been.
that booth is already so crowded.
Hey,
To
those of you out there in the world, not only at CZW, but in the entire wrestling world, that are taking up a seat that Larry Legend, myself, the Rhinestone Cowboy should have on commentary, shame on
Step
you.
aside.
Shame
Step aside.
on
There's the door.
you. You know who you's ours. And to
Stage
our
right.
friends and our family, we love you. Blvd Bullies
Some people
Nation
just like
showed
the
up in
sound of their
chat
own
today.
voice. They're not
Great
even doing
questions.
it.
Thank you for helping me continue on after these notes. We're exhausted helping in the chat. You guys are the best. Rhinestone Cowboy, you're the best. Larry Legend, you are my father, and you are the best. Good luck on your week. And if you're our enemy, we hope that you get no YouTube views. We hope that you get no strangers holding any doors for you on the street. Every single one, both physically, literally, and proverbially, slamming in your face until you have no choice but to take a warm bath and die slow. Until next time, out of time. Bye-bye.